What's up, Travis here, Train Aggressive, coming at you. Wanted to go over the dumbbell and the kettlebell Z press. So this is going to be a single arm Z press. So Z press, you can do it with a variety of different tools, barbell, double kettlebells, double dumbbells. I really like this variation with single kettlebells or single dumbbell. It just forces you to work that core a little bit more. So this is a seated press on the floor, so you'll go ahead and get yourself set on the ground. The wider you have your legs, the more stability you're going to have on the ground. So you can actually bring your feet in closer, and it's going to be a little bit tougher when you get that weight up. But basically, we're seated on the floor here. You want to think as tall as possible with your chest. We might have a little bit of a lean back, which actually is going to force you to engage your core a little bit more. But more than anything, we want to make sure we're sitting up nice and tall. So when we get the weight up, obviously we don't want to crumble. That's one of the whole points of this movement, is to stay tall, keep the core engaged, nice and tight. All right, so if we're going dumbbell, typically start with the weight in between your feet or your legs, and you can use both hands to get it up. We just simply get it up into the position. And when we're pressing here, most of the pressing variations that I use, I want to stay in a great position with the elbow. So I like to avoid being out to the side, and I want to be nice and tight in the front. So elbow's always going to be tucked nice and tight. Palm's going to be facing inside, nice and tall. I'm going to draw into the belly, nice and tight. So I'm going to actually hold my breath. Breathe out at the top, and then as I come back down, breathe in. Right there. So every time you're coming down, you're breathing back down into the belly so we can maintain tightness in the core. And we get a little bit of a bounce out of the bottom. Now, if you want to make that harder, obviously we press out here, lock out, come back down to the bottom, and then we go ahead and rest for a good 2 seconds in the bottom, and then we go into our next rep if we really want to work that strength, okay? Because as we come out of the bottom, boom, we can use that stretch shortening cycle a little bit to help pop out of the bottom. Now, if we're using a kettlebell, main thing we want to focus in on here is number one, get a good grip on the bell. And then we're going to go ahead and use two hands to get it up into position here, into the rack. And then obviously with the kettlebell, it's going to be a little bit different. So again, we want to fight the urge to get out here. We want to be nice and tight. So front rack. Nice and tight there. And then we're setting the kettlebell down. Good to go. That is your floor Z press with single dumbbell, single kettlebell.